So,
Okay.
all right,
The,
continue.
the second one, I tend to like older movies. I'm looking at all this going, oh yeah, nothing. Latest one is from 30 years ago. In Casablanca, when they're
Incredible.
all in Ricks and the Germans all start singing, are they singing Deutschland, Deutschland über
Yeah.
alles? They're singing something. And all of a sudden, some things start happening, and someone says to Sam, play the Marseillaise. And he starts playing it, and the woman with the guitar, who's the guitar player there, she starts singing, and one by one, all of those refugees that are there desperately trying to get out of Casablanca, they all stand up and they start singing the Marseillaise, arise,
Yeah.
arise. I think those are the translation words. And everybody does, and even Victor Laszlo starts, and Rick watches all of this. And then there's a cut to the guitarist, and she has tears streaming down her face, and they drown out the Nazis.
Right.
And the Nazis get so mad they get up and leave. And that movie was made before, I'm pretty sure, before we even entered the war. I think it was made like near the end of 41 and the beginning of 42.
So
And
this is one of my favorite films.
yeah, it is.
But
To me, it's perfection. Of American filmmaking, it's perfection.
finally, we're on the same page. It took us an hour and a half to get there, but Martin and I are on the same page.
Hey, you said
And
you liked Heaven's Gate, but
I mean,
the,
I like the
the thing,
visuals of Heaven's Gate.
yeah, the thing that I've learned, there's a wonderful book came out about 5 years about not just the making of Casablanca, but it was focused on the fact that almost every character in in Casablanca, in the film, in Rix, are all refugees from Europe who left Europe to come to the
Yeah.
United
Yeah.
States to get away from the Nazis. Probably the only one is, I mean, Claude Rains is British and he came, and but even Paul Henry and Sidney Greenstreet, all of them, Peter Lorre, the woman with the guitar, she's actually married to
Yeah.
in real life, she was married to the bartender. And it's just the power of that. I don't know how they got through shooting it. I'm guessing those tears were real on some of
So
those people's faces.
Casablanca is directed by Michael Curtiz, who's one of the underappreciated, I
Oh,
think, in today's
yes.
current conversation, as one of the all-time great directors.
Yes,
I think
absolutely.
he swept under the rug because of who he was as a person and, sort of what he was like to deal with. But he did do this film, and it's perfect.
It's
And he
perfect.
did a lot of great films. I mean, this was primarily shot on the Warner Brothers backlot, but damn if it doesn't feel like North Africa. But I'll tell you a couple of things that come to mind when you mention it. Is number one, show me the one word, one sentence, one punctuation mark in the script that is wasted. It's the most perfectly written from a conversational standpoint script I think there's ever been. The lines are so well orchestrated. And Ronald Reagan was supposed to play this part, but
And Ann
passed.
Sheridan was supposed to
Yeah,
be was supposed to be Ilsa.
yeah,
Ah!
yeah. I mean, Ann Sheridan probably could have pulled it off, but knowing what we know now and who we've seen do it, no.
But
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 in the
Bergman's
time,
Bergman's accent, everything about her, she to me is like
yes,
the most
yes.
beautiful woman of that period. And
Well, saying pulling it off doesn't mean it's a better choice. It's just saying you
no,
can get it done.
but
But I'll
it
tell you too, man. There's again, you mentioned that moment where it's about everyone in the room unionizing against a tyrant, essentially. And it's about different people, different races, different cultures from different walks of life who've had enough of the brutality that they know is going on. And it's not happening here. It's not happening now. And that's what that is it's a war between two anthems, basically. I
yeah,
don't know if
yeah,
it's the Deutschland national anthem or what. They are singing something and they
they're
get
singing
stomped.
something in German.
But there is a great split second moment in that sequence that I've never heard anyone discuss, but I will point to it. There is a moment before the band plays, and the man on the trumpet looks to Rick and just in that look asks, "Is it okay to play this?" And
Yes.
he gives him a nod.
Play La Marseillaise. Play it. Follow the
And that's what it takes. And that's what every revolution, personal, civil, it requires someone giving the nod saying, it's time to go for it.
Yeah. The person in charge, the person who's in charge. And
says, this is the moment.
This is the moment. And I think that's one of the reasons the song ends up, the whole scene ends up being so powerful. Because you see you see in all their faces what they've lost, and that you also see the future of how they're going to get it back. And that's another one that just wrecks me every time. And then when I found out that 90% of the people that you see, all the extras and stuff, they were all from Europe. They had to flee. And Curtiz. Yeah.
Curtiz is excellent. Now, real quick, first of all, shout out to Conrad Veidt, who played the Nazi commandant, basically.
Yes.
A Nazi commander. He's not a commandant. One of my daughter's favorite actors, actually, because of The Man Who Laughs. Who also?
What about the thief? He's in. Is it The Thief of Baghdad?
He might be
some movie that he's in. He's wonderful.
He also was German and escaped and left Germany behind and would not live to see their defeat. But it's interesting because we've had this conversation. Bill Daley, the former senior VP at Warner Brothers, and I have also talked about Conrad Veidt and saying, what was it like to escape the Nazis and then make a living playing them? And we kind of surmise that he probably thought of it as somewhat his duty as an artist. Like, let me be the evil person. You're going to hire someone to do it. It might as well be me. And maybe by me doing it, I can do my part here.
They come out of darkness, sometimes with thunder, sometimes with lightning. Their presence means death. The prison master is afraid of him. The guards were afraid of him. The town is afraid of him. Lucifer is coming for you. Rest easy, Jack Carr said in a low tone. You're in the final 30 seconds of your life. No quarter. No quarter. Kill all masters. Coming soon